Our next speaker is Vivienne, and she's the teacher of Cosmic Energy Connections.
Thank you for that lovely warm welcome. Cosmic Energy Connections. Well, it's self-explanatory really, isn't it? It's about cosmic energy. The energy that flows through your veins. The veins that carry your blood also carry energy. And it's as important to your life force as the oxygen that you breathe. I've been doing this work since I was 7, and at the age of 7 I drowned. Well, I didn't actually. The little girl called Anne drowned and Vivienne walked in. Vivienne has been waiting a long time to come back to planet Earth and to bring back the energy and the power that was before the planet exploded and planet Earth was moved on her axis and we stepped into separation and polarity. So my understanding, my knowing is cosmic knowing. It is not earthly logic, although a lot of people would like it to be. And I'm bringing an awareness back to humanity of how life used to be so simple, how yes we did fly and yes we did merge, we could become the breeze, we could become the sun, we could become the trees, we could become the water, whatever we chose to become. So with Cosmic Energy Connections, I learned as a child how to move through the dimensions very simply, very quickly. I was constantly being told by the teachers that I was dumb insolent. I simply was not there. And so yes, it did appear that I was very dumb insolent. So with Cosmic Energy Connections, we are teaching true empowerment. Now, I know there are a lot of people teaching empowerment, but if you truly empower somebody, they do not follow you. They do not need to return to you. You have a lesson with them and you send them on their way, empowered to take responsibility and create whatever they choose to in their life. But if you see them again, you go, hello, what did I do wrong? Because they shouldn't come back. They should be fully empowered. So I am teaching a simple procedure that teaches people how to open their own channels, how to open all channels in the cosmos, because your particular frequency vibration is what is going to select the channel that is correct for you. And at that point you can then also travel through whatever dimension you choose to. At all times, people have free choice. At all times, people have the right to say, no, I don't want to go down that road, or yes, I do want to go down that road. And by doing that, they can then connect fully, absolutely fully, with their soul. There is no separation between the humanness and the soul. There's a little story I tell when I'm teaching, and it's about the ego. And he's sitting behind the wheel in the front seat of the car. And he's driving along there, you know, the ego's in charge, and the poor soul's sitting in the back going, oh my, when do I get my turn, you know? Well, what's happening now? The soul is starting to move up and take the front seat behind the wheel, and the ego is taking the passenger seat. He's not quite ready to get into the back seat yet, because, you know, we want to keep him in the vehicle, don't we? But he's taking the passenger seat, and he's going, oh, this is really scary. I want to be in charge. But soul is now taking the seat behind the driver's wheel, and making a very good job of it, I'm seeing. So when you work with dimensions, you are allowing your soul, first and foremost, to direct your mind to where you are wanting to go. So your mind is so powerful So incredibly powerful at creating. But it is the soul that is directing the mind because you're allowing it to, instead of the ego getting in the way. There's nothing wrong with the ego, you know. I'm not putting the ego down at all. I like my little ego. I give him a scrub every now and then and say behave, but most of the time your ego is there really just to protect your mind until you're able to understand. And so he does a fabulous job of protecting us until we're ready to understand what these things are, especially dimensions, which is a state of mind, if nobody knows that. It's simply a state of existence in your mind. And in all dimensions, including this third dimension, are illusions. So an illusion, to me, is reality, and the reality is the illusion. But that's just because I'm kind of out there all the time in the dimensions. And I like them, they're fun. I like to play with them, and I like people to enjoy them and play with them and find a new way of creating in this life by creating through other dimensions of time and space. It's just really fun. And it's about fun. So, cosmic energy connections. It's a new way of living, but it's not. And everything I say, there's a paradox. I'm sorry about that. Because nothing is as it seems. So it's a new way of living, but it's an old way of living. Where we're all heading into the future. Look behind you, it's where you've been. So the new energy is built on the energy of the past. And the energy of the past is the energy of the future. Everything is cyclic. There's no beginning, there is no end to anything. It is continuing on as it always has, as it always will. There are no mistakes, there are no accidents. We hear that all the time. It's true. Are we creating problems for the planet? No, the planet is evolving, as she always has. Are we part of the planet? Our bodies are part of the planet. They were born from the earth as she called. Indeed. I remember when I first met my husband, Kevin, I was about 20. And I immediately started telling him how the earth was created and how it's a wonder I got married. It's a wonder he didn't run. and how the human body was formed and how we got the different nationalities and everything else. And he stuck around, so I was very lucky. And I have been very lucky. From having that, from when I was 7 and I came back, and I didn't have the veil from that moment. So it was a blessing and a curse. I'm very lucky that I was not put in a psychiatric hospital.